Often talk about gaining weight, right, is a bad thing. But when it comes to children, it's an important part of growing up, certainly. Our chief health editor, Dr. Partha Nandi, is here now. And let's talk about some of the challenges kids face if they're underweight.
That's the thing, we always talk about, we don't want to gain weight for kids. It's really important because if you're underweight, infections can be harder to fight off and brain development can be stunted. So important stuff.
Okay, so let's talk about the proper way to make sure our kids gain weight in the healthy way.
And I always say this adage about, food is medicine, so important what you're giving them. So ensure that most meals and snacks are nutrient rich. So a good source of protein for weight gain includes eggs, peanut butter, bean soups, one of my favorites, hummus, full fat milk, yogurt, and cheese. Also, make meal times pleasant, make it fun and not rushed, because a lot of us are always going and kids need to feel like they're not rushed. Also involve them in meal planning. I do that with my kids. Make sure they understand that they have to shop, and when they shop, that's what they eat. Food preparation for my daughter is really important and encourages their interest in food and eating. And then eliminate grazing. If you graze, then what happens is that the toddlers can't have complete meals full of healthy fats and proteins that they really need to add pounds. And make sure your child isn't filling up on a bunch of beverages, because if they're having juices all day, then they're not hungry at mealtime. Finally, consult your child's physician. If they're getting enough of the calories but not gaining weight, important to talk to your doctor about it. See that any problems are going on beyond just the nutrition.
Oh, great advice. All of that is so important. Meal times, I think.
Absolutely.
Sit down as a family and
talk.
talk.
It's tough for kids, sometimes, because you don't want to do the right thing for them.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's move on now. It is winter out there, we know. We all know the dangers, certainly, of slipping on the ice, especially when it comes to the elderly. And something that older people can do to actually reduce their risk of a serious fall. I had never even heard of this. Doctor, you're talking about step training.
Yeah, it's important. And this is the thing, seriously, when somebody starts and an elderly person slips and falls, the injury can lead to a cascade, a bunch of problems. So step training is focused on improving the gait and balance and can help prevent falls for the elderly. A recent study shows. And what happens is that if we do this, they can really prevent this problem.
What else can we do to kind of get them steady on their feet almost,
so,
right?
Some common sense stuff if people are watching. But first, keep active. If you're active, you improve your strength and balance. And through step training or Tai Chi. Tai Chi is really important. I think it really helps. Or just simply walking, steps and step training can help you improve the ability to recover when the balance is lost, so preventing falls. Also wear comfortable shoes, wear properly fitting, sturdy shoes with non-skid soles. So some people wear these real fashionable shoes, it has to be non-skid. So make sure that you also keep your home safe by removing anything in walkways, use non-slip mats, and store necessities within easy reach. And finally, use assistive devices your doctor might recommend, using a cane. Don't be afraid to use a cane or walker to keep steady. And consider installing handrails for both sides of the stairways, really important.
Yeah, that's good. I saw an older gentleman fall and hit his head one time, and I was 10 feet behind him.
You're done.
It was so sad. I know.
Because you have a bleed, and then it goes on from there.
Yeah, you certainly could. Dr. Nandi, thank you so much. All right, Anu, over to you.
Well, still